would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, I'm Agnieszka from Poland and I'm newly signed to Dark Tunes music group that's even like a family of artists that support each other, so I'm very pleased to be a part of it. And well, I'm creating kind of mystical dark pop with piano voices, that's kind of my thing. And well, I love creating harmonies in music, that's what I love best. And I came from two bands in previous, that was Desdemona from Poland, and we had some success around the world, even on biggest festivals like Mera Luna in Germany, so that was a pretty big thing for me. And then I did my own band that was called Red Storm, but we didn't work together too good, so it split. And finally, I'm doing my solo music as AGNIS. And AGNIS is my name in Nordic, because I am in Polish it's Agnieszka. And in Nordic it's Agnis, but it's also a connection between Indian god of fire Agni. And if you're a fan of Witcher, the Polish series, the Witcher uses a charm called Igni, and that means the fire burst. So I'm like fire fighter. So yeah, I think that's a lot about me. But all in all, my song "Light and Fire" it tells a story about me, and it's I am the fire, I am the light. When I am burning, I feel alive, and this is me. Hello, everyone.
That is brilliant. That is great. What a great name to be given for somebody who was going to be a singer.
Yeah, I think it's a great name. Yeah, right. Agnieszka means in Sanskrit, that means born from fire. Almost like Daenerys from Game of Thrones, born on fire.
Wow, that is really good. And your music it's unusual, but it's really good.
Thank you so much.
It's kind of unique though, isn't it? But no, your music is really quite unusual, and it's unusual in a good way, and it's just quite unique.
That's great to hear, because actually I am a bit afraid of the uniqueness of my music, because it's not really mainstream, even in Gothic music. So I am thinking of making something a bit more mainstream for the next album, so that more people can relate to it. As when I do music from my roots and from my experience, it's very eclectic, and I'm not sure a lot of people understand it. So I hope they do. But I will try to make something a bit more in the Gothic mainstream, I think. But to save the soul of Agnes, it will be still some piano sounds and a lot of choirs and soprano vocals. So, well, this is I'm now in the time between albums, and I stopped doing anything just to focus and to reframe everything and to think of what people would like, but still it would be me. So that's difficult. I need to take some time.
You never know what people are going to relate to.
That's true.
But I like the style as it is personally, but like you said, but there's other bands that do more to their roots. There's I think it's a Russian one, trying to Kibsa Sank or something. I can't remember how you pronounce their name. And that's all throat singing.
Oh, yes, like white singing, like white voice. Mm-hmm.
That's really good, but it's in its own way. But I think, probably it's an acquired taste. What people think, oh, that's different. Not sure. But I'm open to all different types, so maybe that's easier for me. But everyone's got their own taste, haven't they?
Yeah, you have to hope it will reach some bigger group of fans finally.
Yeah, exactly. How did you get into music?
Oh my gosh. I started when I was 4, and it was at my grandma's house because she had a piano. And since I was 4, she took my hand and we were like playing like this. She was holding my hand and we were playing this. And I discovered that I like to create my own compositions, and I hated playing notes. So my grandma struggled to teach me playing notes, so I like quite know how to do it, but I hate doing it. I like to create my own compositions. And when that was when I was 4, then it was the school, the primary school. I joined a choir. Then I was in a theater group for about 10 years, and I was learning how to act, how to sing, how to play, how to dance, how to make a choreography, how to make costumes, how to everything. I can't hear you.
That's a lot of things you did.
Yes, that's a lot, and that's too much. When I am working now on music, I sometimes feel that it's too much for one person, but I still try to do my best. And well, after the theater, meantime, or the same time, I joined Desdemona, the first band, and we released one album, Endorphins. And then I started Red Storm, and we also made one album. And yes, and here we are. And then I produced Oneness, and I did it all by myself, despite mastering that was made by Raphael Beck from Dark Tunes music group. So I'm honored because he made the mastering for me. But the whole process, the whole rest of it was mine to do, and I'm exhausted.
Talking of oneness, I love Grey Magic.
Awesome.
Yeah, and Slavic Witch.
Oh, great.
I love those songs.
Oh, that's so great to hear.
They are brilliant. They really are. What's the story behind those two?
Okay, Slavic Witch, that has a really creepy story because it was a year ago, but at Halloween night. I even made a video clip about the story behind Slavic Witch, and it's also on Dark Tunes YouTube channel, so whoever is interested, you can just go there and check out what's the story. And it was a spooky Halloween night. I just had a feeling to record something, and it was like something divine or extraterrestrial, or I don't know how to call it, but I just felt like I have to record something. So I put a simple beat and a simple melody, and I grabbed a microphone and I started to sing in Polish. That's unusual for me because I don't like to sing in Polish, but it came out in Polish, and the words are what came to my head. I wasn't thinking about it. It just went through me like I was channeling something. I don't know. And it was the same time when women was fighting for their rights in Poland, and we are still fighting for our rights in Poland. So I was influenced by those events, by those events. And it's kind of rebellion song for women. And showing that together we are stronger. So this is one of my political songs, only one, but it's also magical and Wiccan, and about gathering us sisters together and fighting for our cause. So that's a very serious one. And about grey magic, that's something I love so much because it has almost everything I wanted to say by oneness. Because on the album I put a phrase, oneness, that means I am all and all is one. and I'm afraid that not a lot of people get it because it's so philosophical. But well, that's my thing. And well, grey magic is about it. It's about not following the dark magic, the black magic that is about destroying and about blood and forcing someone to your will, and to not go this way to ask for something, and not to go to the white magic side, because then you ask something divine also to help you, and you don't know what it's gonna take from you. And I'm speaking about grey magic. That's the power inside of you. That's the magic that you already have inside you. And if you need something, you have to focus on your inner self and find the magic inside you, because we are all and all is one. So we have the magic inside you already. It's about it.
Does make sense.
Yes, thank you. I'm kind of philosopher.
Well, that's good. That's good. That's what makes the music good and the lyrics good.
Well, thank you for appreciating.
That's all right. And talking of those music, how do you create music? Is it the lyrics first? Is it then the music, or the other way around?
It's always different. I have like 3 ways of creating music. One is inspiration from above, and it's like I'm doing whatever, like dishes or something, making dinner or whatever, and it just comes to me like a phrase, or a phrase with melody. It's a lot of times it's a phrase with melody already, and then I take it and I compose the piano background to it, and then I add the other parts of song, because it's usually the chorus part that I have. Like I channel from the stores. I'm not sure what is it, but it just came to me like when I'm doing whatever. So that's the first way. The second way is when I'm almost waking up. When I'm almost waking up, I hear a lot of melodies in my head, and I even dream of melodies. But when I wake up, I sometimes forget it. But with Light and Fire, it was that case that I was dreaming of a song, and it came to me in Spanish. So that was very strange. Yes, I have a lot of strange situations in my life because I'm magical. And it was like, soy aventura, tu, 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 ru, tu, 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 soy creatura, tu, 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 ru, tu, 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 tu. And I was like, what is it? Why in Spanish? And what does it mean?
But that sounded good.
Yeah, that's kind of great. My people from Spain and from Mexico that know the story, they say I should record it in Spanish also, but I'm not that good in Spanish to create the whole lyrics. But that's kind of interesting. So it's in the sleep. It's like every day. When I do whatever, it came to me, and sometimes it's I'm sitting and I want to create something, and I just try some piano chords, and always some kind of melody comes to me, and then I add another layer and another layer, and it creates the first harmony. And when I know the harmony is okay, then I work the other parts of the song. So yeah, that's nice. I like it.
Really
I love it.
Live and sleep music.
Well, yes, I do. That's so romantic.
But it's true though, isn't it? If you're dreaming it and you're living it. I mean, you said it's hard to imagine, but you said when you're washing the dishes. And it's hard to imagine you having time to wash the dishes.
Yes, it's difficult to make make your living things and to create music alone, because it takes so much time. But well, I have my husband and he's taking care of a lot of stuff so I can create. So that's the point.
That's good. That's good. You do need help sometimes.
Yes.
Definitely. So what other influences are there in your music?
There's a lot. There's a lot of influences. I started my music path like my inspiration. My inspiration to become a musician, like for real, not like at school or in theater, was Nightwish. The early albums of Nightwish and their cover of Phantom of the Opera. That was what I loved the most from everything. So that can tell a bit about my music making process and where I'm going with this. But I'm not going to be another Nightwish. Excuse me. Cheers. But well, that was my first inspiration, and I fell in love in the musical Phantom of the Opera, and I started to sing the arias, and I found out that I have such high notes, and I didn't know about it earlier, and I wanted to develop it. So I was creating like musical music, and I even made one musical in the theater that I was playing in. I wrote my own musical that was like for teens about you don't have to choose one path in your life, but you can be all. It was about it. So still, I am all and all is one. It's like my thing to be all. So musical music is my thing. Operatic music is my influence. I love to make harmonies with high vocals, like in polyhymnia. There are a lot of vocals, like a choir part, and I love that part. And it's influenced by Tarja Turunen.
Yep.
Tarja Turunen from Nightwish. So I love to put some choruses like this. And I also love Nine Inch Nails, Rammstein, Depeche Mode, Muse, and Queen. So, and well, I'm also inspired by Lady Gaga, Taylor Swift sometimes, and Ariana Grande. So it's absolutely mixed. It's like every music genre.
Well, I think that's a good thing, because that makes the creativity more, I don't know, grander, because you're open to other music.
Yes.
And I think that helps. I really do think that helps. Because creativity needs sources from everywhere to be creative. And it's wrong for some people to say, oh, I don't like that music and that's it. Open your mind and ears and just listen to it. And I think it helps you. And I think that's obviously what you've done with your creativity. You've let different music in. Wow,
thank you for appreciating my different kind of music.
No, that's good. That's good. I mean, and I love the high notes you reach. I mean, that's
yeah. I love to sing this high. I just love it. Wow.
It's quite something to reach those notes.
Yeah, thank you. Ariana Grande is my idol in having such high notes, and Mariah Carey also. I even did a Christmas cover of All I Want for Christmas, and I'm doing the whistles then.
Yep, yeah, I saw that. That's really good, actually.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I like it so much. I like to whistle so much, but my husband doesn't like when I practice at home. But my neighbor, I have a neighbor there, and she's like a 16-year girl, and I hear that she also is trying to sing so high, and she's like, I'm at home and I'm listening, and she's like and I am, whoa, what's going on? So we are like neighbors trying to reach the highest pitch.
So is she inspired by you?
I'm not sure. Maybe she is, because I started it. She's copying this. I have to ask her.
That's it. I mean, I know you've mentioned Nightwish, but is there any people you'd like to collaborate with?
Whoa. Wait a second. I would love to collaborate with Muse, because Matthew Bellamy has, I think, the same vision of music I do, but he's not dark at all. And I have some darkness inside, and I love to play with the darkness, and I love to mix darkness with brightness and show to people that it's one and the same force that's combined from differently combined. So Matthew Bellamy would be amazing. But from more dark wave scene, I like Chris Paul from Blood Angel. I think that could be amazing duet, because he already has his vocalist and she sings so beautifully, and also high notes and low vocals. She is a really great singer. But I see like cover of Phantom of the Opera with me and Chris Paul from Blood Angel.
Yeah,
that would be something.
I'd love to see that. Rather than see it, but
yes,
but it would be good. But he's very talented, isn't he?
Yes, he's producing by himself, and he has a lot of music projects, not only Blood Angel. Yeah, he's very creative.
I mean, is it She Hates Emotions?
Mm.
Completely different to Blood Angel. Completely different. And it's like, how are you doing that? So different.
I think he's doing like, I'm not sure, I'm just guessing, but maybe he's doing Blood Angel for like more mainstream fans and like more fun in music, and She Hates Emotions is like more ambitious or a bit harder music. It's not that fun and danceable. It's something more ambitious, I guess, maybe.
And then he had the other one that was less serious and was called Terminal Choice.
I'm not sure. I don't know.
They had a strange video of the two guys sitting there at a train station.
Oh, I haven't seen it. I have to.
It's worth seeing, because they're just laughing constantly while they're making the video because they can't keep serious.
That must be great. I have to see it.
It was really, really good. Really good. What about what's next for you?
And well, I have so much work to do, and I'm doing it alone, despite my husband who's helping me with video clips. But it's only me and him helping me with the video clips, so I have to take a break now, like for some month or 2 months, maybe even 3 months, because I'm really overworked, and like my creativity is, I don't know where, it's like chaotic now. But I am going to, as I said, do a mix between what's AGNIS and what's more mainstream. So I will try to go a bit more mainstream, but it will be just a test. I have to test the audience and see what people would say about it, because, well, I know that times are not very great. It's even the worst times I ever known in the world, and a lot of sad stuff is happening. So I changed my mind, because I wanted to go darker for the next album, and I wanted to go really, really dark, because it's in me. There are so many dark, creepy, black harmonies, melodies, like from a real horror movie. But I will strain it and I will try to do something that's more positive for people to just have some break from the horror that's happening all around.
Yeah.
So that's partly why I'm changing my vision of the next album. And I'm not sure, maybe it will be called like Age of Light or something. I have so many ideas, but well, I think it's going to be something positive this time.
Yeah.
More positive than oneness.
I'd love to hear the dark stuff when it comes out as well.
I want to do the dark stuff, but I would like to create everything, but oh gosh, I don't have so much time. Well, I do have time, but it's like physically impossible to sit so long in front of the computer because your neck aches, your back aches, and your eyes aches, and it's just impossible to do more. But I am really programming my brain to find some easier ways to make music faster, to not being so perfect, and just make it sound good, not perfect, but good, and just let it out. So I can do so much music because there's so many ideas inside of me that I'm not sure what gender am I, because it's everything combined, and I just want to create it and to give it to the world. That's my plan.
The master plan.
It's too big. I have to limit myself a bit. One by one, taking baby steps.
That's it. Always steps, isn't it? Always.
Yes.
What about live tours or anything?
Well, I really don't have time to organize anything. So I am quite ready for playing live, but I haven't yet found any opportunities to play, so that's disappointing.
Yeah.
But in any case, I'm open. If someone wants to invite me anywhere, I'm open. But I will try to find some time to organize something live, but I'm focusing more on video clips and music, because, well, I see that people don't go for concerts as much as they used to before the pandemic.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's so many bands that wasn't playing for 3 years that the whole festivals and clubs are so occupied that there's no place for new artists to fit in, because everything is already booked. So there's not a lot of place to play.
Oh, that's a shame, because I think people need to see and hear people like you.
And I really struggle because of this, because I really need to see some live reactions. I really miss it, and it's really overwhelming, and like it's really a serious problem. It's getting even bigger and bigger. It's very problematic, and I'm feeling sad about it, because I give my power in creating music, but I don't get it back, and that's disappointing.
I was going to say, because how can you really judge how people are seeing your or hearing your music, and how are they feeling about it, unless you actually see their reaction?
Yes, that's a mystery for this strange times. I hope that, I don't know, maybe. No, I really don't have any idea how to play a live show, so I don't know.
Does your husband not play any music with you?
No, everyone thinks that he's a bass player or guitarist, but he's not. He's a photographer and filmmaker.
Oh.
But he looks like a metal guitarist, I know.
But at least it's a good thing, because obviously the filmmaking and video and photography comes in useful for your promotions and things like that.
Yes, that's essential. Without him, I would lose so much money for making one video clip, and for a professional photo session, I wouldn't be able to run AGNIS if I had to pay for this everything. Yeah. So that's a really relief that he can do it.
Because I've noticed a lot of your imagery is all kind of dreamy, fantasy. and things like that. But it's really good. I mean, is that him who takes those photographs as well?
Yes, it's
very good.
every picture on my Instagram and my Facebook is his.
Wow, he's very good.
Yeah, I have to force him to work for me because it's so much to do, and he's like also exhausted. So he also had to take a bit break, but we are determined to do more. But we would really love to play some live gig to meet the people and to check their reaction.
But at least when you do a live gig, he could do the video for it, and you'd have the live concert recorded.
Yeah, that was our plan. But well, there was a lot of people who told me that yes, I will help you. I know a place. I can help organize everything. But all in all, they found some excuses not to. So it's like so disappointing, and I feel like I'm really alone with running AGNIS. And people tell me find some help, and I am finding some help, but they disappoint me. So it's really some kind of fatum. I don't know.
That's a shame. That really
That's
is
a shame.
It is. It is. And who's the creativity behind the imagery? Who's that? Is that you? Is that your husband? Or is that both? You?
Yes.
As well.
Yes, I'm creating every image, every scenography. But he is the frame master. He's framing everything, and he tells me where to stand and what to put in front, in the back, and what looks good in the frame. So he is the frame master, but I am the everything behind master.
No, but it works really well. Obviously, you both work well together because that imagery is brilliant.
Wow! Finally, I hear some reaction from a live person. Thank you.
What you need, isn't it? So, is there anything else you would like to mention that I've forgotten or something? Because usually I do.
Maybe a message to the humanity.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, people, stay positive, stay bright, and find out your light, find out your fire, mix it together, and it will be your true self. Then be your true self, because it's no time to waste, no time for showing that you're something else. Just find out who you are and be your true self while you can.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Perfect. Agnes, it's been an absolute pleasure meeting you.
It was a pleasure for me, and finally someone real and breathing. That was amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you as well.